Joining me now is Chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Congressman James Comer. Congressman, great to have you on this morning. So this report just came out 8 a.m. today. Walk us through what your investigation found.
Well, it's very concerning. We interviewed and researched every cabinet in the Biden-Harris administration. We've had several committee hearings. We've brought people in for interviews, and we've concluded that there is no strategy to defend the federal government against any type of Chinese warfare. Not only that, there's no system in place to educate the federal employees to even be able to detect what a potential threat from China looks like. We know about the political hacks that commonly occur from China, but day after day, China does things to try to create disinformation, to try to disrupt. Their policies every day are putting China ahead of America, are giving China a competitive advantage. And this administration is clueless. They're oblivious to this. And this is, in my opinion, one of the biggest threats to America is the Chinese Communist Party warfare.
So after seeing how at risk our government currently is, how concerned are you that we will see an attack from China?
I'm very concerned. Look, they've been investing significantly in their military. If you look at the policies, the United States continues to spend too much money. We had a $1.83 trillion deficit this fiscal year. The United States has to have China to buy those treasury bills. They don't want to upset China. China's buying farmland. The United States exports a lot of agriculture products to China. They don't want to do anything to China, the Biden administration, with respect to buying up farmland, because they don't want to face any kind of backlash from China buying the American farmlands. There's no policy towards China. I mean, there's a way a new administration, hopefully a Trump administration, can come in and negotiate a new policy towards China that is tough on China, but also continues to have positive trade relationships with respect to agriculture exports and things like that.
And we know there is currently an investigation into Governor Tim Walz's ties to China. We know he honeymooned at Tiananmen Square. How concerned are you that he could be inside the Oval Office in 12 days if he and Harris are elected?
I'm very concerned. Look, China looks for vulnerable politicians and members of politicians' family to try to prey on. We saw that with Hunter Biden. The Chinese Communist Party, for all practical purposes, wired the Biden family $8 million. And you look at what they got in return for that. They've got a soft on China policy. We've got a government for 4 years that has no plan, no training in place to detect any type of Chinese Communist Party warfare within their cabinet. And you look at Tim Walz. Walz has made so many trips to China. He's spoken favorably about China. There's really nothing positive to say about China outside of the fact that they have a strong economy and they do import certain products, not anywhere near a level playing field, but some products like within the agriculture industry. It seems like Tim Walz has a real affection for China and really has bought into the Chinese Communist Party business model. And that's not something we want to see happen in the United States. But if we continue to rely on our federal government and a government that's, turning a blind eye to Chinese warfare, then we could see a tilt towards a communist regime, just like we see in China. And Tim Walz is the one politician in America that really likes how China operates.
Oh, yeah, he loves China. He honeymooned there. Loves it so much. Congressman James Comer, thank you so much for joining.